The morning mist clung to the earth like a final breath before the storm. I was only 17, a squire under Sir Edward at the Battle of Agincourt in 1415. As the English archers took their positions, their longbows strung and trembling, I watched the French cavalry appear through the fog, shimmering armor, proud banners, and the sound of thousands of hooves crushing the wet soil. It was the first time I tasted fear. "Stay behind the line, Thomas. Watch. Learn." I nodded, but my feet wouldn't stop shaking. Suddenly the sky darkened, not from clouds, but from the storm of arrows. A hail of death rained down, felling horses and men alike. The French charged anyway, their nobility too proud to retreat. I watched in horror and awe as our archers reloaded with mechanical speed, thinning their ranks again and again. That day, valor looked nothing like glory. It looked like mud, blood, and the desperate screams of dying men. When the field was finally silent, I knew I'd never see the world the same again. Nearly 4 centuries later, on the other side of the world, a Japanese soldier named Tetsuo crouched in the sands of Iwo Jima in 1945. They're coming. The island, already torn by artillery, trembled with the boots of advancing US Marines. Tetsuo had once believed in honor, in dying for the emperor, but now, starving in a tunnel with his comrades, he wondered if anyone would even remember their names. A grenade rolled near his position and time seemed to freeze. He flung himself over it, but it didn't detonate. Fate had given him another day. When the Americans raised their flag on Mount Suribachi, Tetsuo watched from the shadows. He didn't feel hatred, only exhaustion. That moment would become one of the most iconic images in military history. For him, it marked the end of everything he had once believed in. Flash forward to 2001, a US medic named Angela crouched behind a burnt-out vehicle in the hills of Afghanistan. Her unit had been ambushed, and she was trying to stabilize a young soldier with shrapnel in his chest. "Stay with me," she whispered, pressing gauze into the wound, her hands trembling. Bullets cracked overhead. She'd been trained for this, but training didn't teach you how to look into someone's eyes and lie that they'd be okay when you knew they might not last another minute. Later that night, she wrote in her journal, "War is not about patriotism or glory, it's about faces, names, blood, and trying to hold on to your humanity." From muddy fields in medieval France to island caves in the Pacific to modern-day deserts, the nature of war may change, but its cost is always human. And through the eyes of those who lived it, we glimpse both the horror and the unyielding resilience of the human spirit.